Welcome back, traders. I wanted to do an emergency stream today because, well, I think we're at quite a serious inflection point, and I think everyone is seeing similar things that maybe I'm seeing. And so we were talking about this. Hang on, let me get some music on here real fast. Let's see. All right. So this is what's happening, right? We're still in a bear flag, right? We haven't broke above this $26,600 area yet to really say anything else other than, hey, we hit a bottom, we've been on a nice bounce. We've been rejecting the 100-day moving average. We were talking about this on stream the other day, and we came up to test it not once, not twice, but 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times. We produced a higher high over here on Sunday. However, we were not able to get candle body closures above this level. All right, so it's not good. If we wanted to go back into an uptrend, we would at least be using this level as a support, as we did here. You know, we went into like a little bit of an uptrend here before, getting rejected by the supply line. So, but what's interesting here in this scenario is that we haven't even yet come to the major supply line, right? Where we have this touch, right? Where we made the all-time high, and then we came up to touch this area right here, which was confluent with the 200-day moving average, all right? But what I think is interesting, and what's kind of a bit alarming to me, is that we're now looking like we're about to lose this daily momentum, okay? If I'm saying if because this is just the daily chart, all right? If we start to lose this daily momentum, all right, you guys know what happens after that, right? We get the cross down, we start making negative momentum, right? So this hasn't happened just yet. That's why I want to come on stream right now, because we could very well, maybe make it look like we're crossing down, but maybe just make a little bounce, and maybe we just get one big spike of positive momentum here, okay? And this could negate this whole analysis right now. This is the daily chart. We're at a demand line right now, right? We're literally right at this demand line right now, and it does look like a rising wedge, all right? But what is interesting about this scenario or this situation right now is, no, we haven't made closures below 22.8, all right? If we start making candle closures below 22.8, all right, and we start taking out these lows, 22.4, come down to the bottom, 20.7K, that's when we can really start getting worried. Right now, I'm not really too worried until we start making these lower lows. Yes, we haven't been able to produce a higher high. Yes, we have bearish divergence. And yes, this could cause price action to come to the downside. Okay? But that's fine. We've been going up now since June 18th, right? We've appreciated about 42.85% since this low. So who's to say that we can't come back down to test the 20.7K level, or even the 4-hour 200-day, which is right around here, which is right around 22.8, 22.9K. Okay. We could very well see this breakdown, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. If we start making candle closures below this level or below this area here, and we end up back testing it as resistance, you guys already know what that means, okay? Right now, we don't have confirmation of this. This is why I'm coming on here as an emergency stream. This right now is just testing the demand line right now, okay? We're just testing it. And the equities markets today actually, I think, close in the green. NASDAQ closed like, I guess a little bit down, but Dow Jones closed almost up 1%. The S&P closed up 0.19%. Again, also coming up to a really critical spot here on the S&P right now. Right, the 200-day moving average. All right, pretty critical stuff here. If the S&P goes back into it and reclaims this 200-day moving average, yeah, we can go back up to the top of the channel. Why not? But daily is starting to diverge, right? We got some daily bearish divergence here forming on the S&P. Okay, so S&P looking a bit overbought here on the daily chart. Weekly has room to run. All right, so we could get a pullback here middle of the week. Okay, down to this 4,200 level. But that's gonna cause Bitcoin to drop, right? So we really need to pay attention. And also on the weekly on the S&P, we're right at the 50-day. All right, so the daily we're at the 200-day, the weekly we're at the 50-day. All right, so two really confluent areas in the S&P right now to be paying attention to and be really watching. Okay, the Dow actually outperforming the S&P. The Dow above the 50-day right now, and the daily, and the Dow is also above the daily. Okay, the Dow making a really good close today. All right. And the DXY yeah, kind of rejecting this area right here right now. Kind of a nothing burger candle. I mean, it could be a rejection. Looks like a bit of a rejection, but we didn't get like real follow through with it, right? We didn't see any follow through price action here on the DXY today. And is kind of scary, right? The daily's about to cross up here on the DXY. Stochastic's pointing up on the daily. Weekly chart, we are getting this weekly cross down, so that's good. Right, so the weekly crossing down is good for markets. The US 10-year is down, or is up a slight amount, not anything negligible amount, I would say. And the daily putting in a, I don't know, man. It's like a rejection candle, but like it didn't engulf the previous day's price action, so we can't really make too much of a comment on that. We are below some major moving averages there, so that's good. If the US 10-year does proceed further down, we could see the markets continue to rally. So that's something to pay attention to, aside from the DXY, of course. I would say in conjunction with. All right, so it broke this channel, came back down into the channel, and now it's trying to get out. But it's so far not getting back into the structure, so that could be good. This could be, maybe a head and shoulders type of structure here, where we had this left shoulder and this head, and a lower right shoulder, meaning this is actually really weak, and it's trying to back test this neckline right now. Okay, that's what this neckline here is. Now this neckline being tested, and so far rejecting off of it, so that's good. We want to see the 10-year actually come down and the DXY continue to also maybe come down or consolidate. All right, for the markets to continue going higher. But yeah, crucial spots here on the major indices right now. We do want to see them break above those major levels, those major moving averages, to go back into an uptrend. Okay, because right now we're teetering, right? We're teetering right now. But I definitely did not like the look of the daily chart there on Bitcoin. Seeing as though we're rejecting that 100-day moving average and we're testing a demand line right now. Momentum looks like it's coming down. Stochastics are pointing down. We're still sitting up here at 56 on the RSI, which is good, which is bullish territory. But we did make this like this break, right? So something to really pay attention to. We really get some follow through on this tonight into tomorrow. We could see some fireworks. We could see a movement down to retest this 22.78K area. If we really get some follow through, if we don't and we actually hold this demand line, then we can proceed higher. We're gonna probably touch and test 24.8 or 25K region again. If we really start to get bids here, that would be something really nice to see. Where we come back up and then use this level as a support again, and we rally and break out of this structure. Because that's what we'll probably do, something like this if we do break up, okay? And if we break down, you guys know what'll happen. We'll just back test this as resistance and then just break down, okay? Seems more likely that we're going to break down than break up right now, but we don't have confirmation of either yet. So, emergency stream. Let me know if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns. Maybe some tickers you guys want to look at. We got about 45 minutes until the, or 40 minutes until the daily candle close here. There's a Fed meeting tomorrow. The Fed meeting tomorrow could definitely have an impact on the market to either push it higher or lower. We're at a really critical spot, man. So, yeah, we called Chili's out around 12 cents. Falling wedge break. Here it is. The Chili's wedge break was given before the breakout in early July. Okay. But yeah, coming up to those critical moving averages there. Probably get a pullback there if I had to guess. OGN wedge break. This coin can rally all the way to like 70 bucks. Woo, yep. Woo network. How's it going, Trinity? Is this all the data on it? Okay. Okay, we'll look at file. So, woo, it looks like it broke out and it's just now back testing this break. It's in a downtrend though and just got a daily cross down and could come a lot further down. More scalp trades. I'm not really scalping right now, man, but see what I can do. Not really too much data on this asset, Angel. I'm looking at the wrong chart. I guess this might be it, right? So maybe a wedge break, but just I don't know, man. Weekly crossing down on the Stokes right now. It's not looking too good. I don't know, just have like the demand line here for now and yeah. Nothing really. Here you go. Maybe a rising wedge. You don't have, well, I guess we do have 3 touch points on the bottom there. Yep, so it looks like it should come down to the bottom of the demand line, right? File an FTM. File just looks like it's consolidating here. This actually doesn't look too bad. Right, you made like a flag. Filecoin. Could consolidate more. Could even you know, break down to this level, 650, and then rally. You know, gonna depend on which way Bitcoin breaks here. All right. And then FTM, sure. Let's take a look at FTM. What's the indicator you have up top? Which indicator? Take a screenshot and send it to me on Discord, man. Just so I know what you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about this indicator? It's just some indicator that Magic Mike is working on. I'm just testing out. So FTM actually looks kind of weak, man. Like, it couldn't even break above 43 cents. And yeah, already started breaking, okay? And so this could really come back down to 28, or at least to this level right here, this 32 cent level. Pretty nasty looking candle right there. You're about to get a 3-day bearish engulfing candle confirmation on FTM. So I would say Yeah, I mean, your levels are like 34 and basically 29, 30 cents. And then you got this low down here, of course, right? Where you could ultimately end up coming back down to. All right, it's FTM. Not looking too hot. Right this moment, anyway. Could come back up to retest it, right? You could. Could come back up to retest the 38-cent level if we get a push up, but you know, this is that area where you come up to test it and reject it, right? You could do something like this where you come up to test and reject and then you come lower, okay? Now we'll take a look at FCL. Probably right at an inflection area on the weekly chart. Yeah. So we're right at a major moving average on the weekly here. We're coming up right to the 50-day and the 200-week moving average for FCEL. So we could get a little pullback here. You know, we could even just come back down and retest this 430 or 440 area, make a cup type structure, and then maybe head on back up if the markets are heading back up, right? You know, this could be it, but I have a feeling that on the weekly chart here we have room to run, so we could see this asset maybe continue. We did get this nice breakout, right? So we'll see how that goes. I mean, this was a wedge break. We do need to see this close and make candle closures above these moving averages to really go on another run, but also going to depend on how the S&P and NASDAQ and how everything else turns out, right? So we're going to look at the S&P futures here. Futures are down 0.08%, so not much. DXY down not even enough amount to really talk about. The US 10-year, let's see, hasn't moved yet. So let's see. Yep, it came up to the 200-day today. Yep. I wouldn't call it a full-on rejection, but we could see some follow-through price action here tomorrow to the downside. Could see that. We are overbought. We are extended on the daily. We had some stocks make some moves today, though, man. Like Walmart. Walmart was up 5% today, coming in contact with their major moving averages here. Yeah. We called out BBY at what, like A down here, double bottom at $5, right? Oh yeah, it came right up to that 236 fib extension and rejected it, right? But now above all major moving averages, this asset can go and retest this neckline at 50 bucks. All right, this is kind of crazy, man. Look at that's the highest volume that this asset's seen in a very long time. But it looks like a short squeeze. All right. We got another interesting setup like this, CCL. All right, we took options trades on this one. Different structure, but you know, double bottoming down here could make a run for it, man. We could see $32 in time. This plays out. I mean, in theory, it would make sense for us to test that 1750 area. All right, we got some room to run here on the weekly chart. And don't forget what we're seeing down here, man. This is a low and a higher low on the RSI with a low and the same low on price. All right, so we have some weekly bullish divergence there. We should see this make a run. Even though this is a descending triangle, but descending triangles can break to the upside about 50, I think 53% of the time. So if we have momentum coming up, we could very well get a break. Blue Apron making some noise today. This thing's up 17% after hours too right now. Wow. GameStop, yeah, GameStop making a run. Very close to breakout here today. I mean, technically on log scale, it already broke out. Yeah, this looks nice, man. This looks like a cup continuation type structure. And yeah, we could see, you know, $50 pretty soon. It's like Robinhood's coiling up here too. Yeah, actually I haven't covered Ethereum at all actually, so we'll take a look at it. Looks a bit dangerous, kind of like Bitcoin right now, like a massive rising wedge type of structure, okay? Now, you know, we haven't seen or started making closures outside demand lines yet, but you guys know how these can resolve themselves. So far we're holding up, man, but this is kind of a scary structure. You guys know, man, like I like the falling wedges, not the rising ones, okay? So far, no, we're not in jeopardy just yet, right? We need a candle closure outside demand line and a back test of the demand line as resistance before we can see movements down. what could end up happening here is obviously it's a lot of it's going to depend on what Bitcoin does. Could just go sideways here for a bit and then maybe try to make an attempted break. We'll see if it breaks up, or you know, if this actually is just like a head and shoulders type of structure here, you know, we could have this neckline that we're at right here, and we could see this break this neckline, and you know, that could result in about an 8.4% move down, which would initiate the selling off of this rising wedge, right? And then ultimately we could see the price come all the way back down to $1,000. That's totally possible, right? Could give all this back, right? Rising wedges usually break down to the bottoms of the wedge. Obviously, we're going to have some supports, you know, along the way. You know, $1,200 being an area, and then you know, this area right here around 16, that being an area of support right now, right? And so we do have some supports in there that we could maybe potentially reverse at. It's going to depend on a lot of what the macro is doing, but you know, this could be construed as, hey, we're coming close to a rising wedge. This could be a head and shoulders type of structure. It's not confirmed yet. We didn't break a neckline. We didn't break a demand line. Okay, so just pay attention to what's happening on this chart. This could end up being really bearish stuff that's happening. And the reason why I say bearish is because, well, we're still in a downtrend, guys, right? So we haven't really been able to make higher highs. We've been making lower highs since November on this asset. Yes, we've had quite a rally from this crash. Okay, we've appreciated more than 100% in value since the June 19th crash. And now we're just flirting with a, you know, pretty critical spot. But this could very well be a head and shoulders pattern. Although, yeah, I mean, technically it's valid because we didn't make a candle closure above the right shoulder. If we had a closure like up here or something, you know, this wouldn't be a head and shoulders structure, but this to me looks like a head and shoulders pattern. And the daily, we don't really have any squeezes going on in this daily, but we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. Maybe I'm wrong and this is just gonna rip. Sushi. Yeah, I'm down a bit on Sushi's spot right now too, but that's okay. Yeah, this never really played out, unfortunately. It's breaking this structure right now too. No demand for sushi swap. Yeah, no demand for it, guys, unfortunately. Nobody wants sushi swap. So yeah, this demand line being breached here. Yeah, we did buy it because it's so cheap, but we're a bit down on it right now. So, yeah, not looking too good here on sushi right now. I mean, one would think at some point it's going to come to retest this 270 level. I mean, that's going to all depend on what Bitcoin does, though. You know, a clear break of this demand line has happened. Well, we never broke below 140, right? So there's that. I mean, it's pretty clear that it broke that demand line, though. So EOS is a shit coin, much like sushi. Well, about 10 minutes till the close here, boys and girls. Let's see, what do you guys think? What's your guys' projection? To me, this looks like we have already kind of rejected and back-tested this. What do you guys think Bitcoin's going to do? I guess this is the real demand line, right? 1, 2, 3. We got coming up on 4th touch here. I mean, either way, this is going to be a big move. So, like, you know, we're looking at, you know, 15K, or we're looking at the movement up, right? 32K. Well, we haven't lost it just yet until we lose it. Well, if we hold this demand line here and we start pivoting right here, you know, then we could get something like this. We have to break above that 100-day moving average, though, around that $25,000 level, $25,000 region. I don't like how we have hourly cross down. 4 hours already in the dump. Three hours crossing up. That's good. We got some mixed signals right now. Alright, well, here's your daily candle close, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Make sure you guys smash up that like button if you guys are enjoying the content. See how much we can respect this demand line, guys. So far we're respecting it, but you know, after you guys, we get a doji candle and a red candle on an HA, unfortunately there's probably a high chance that we can break down. All right, I'm not sure if I'll be live tomorrow. I just wanted to pop on tonight here because I wanted to give you guys my insight as to what I think might happen here, and we could end up seeing a move down. All right, so just be prepared for that. We are on a daily squeeze, right? So, and note that we're already bullish on the RSI. And like I said, we could get a surprise pump tomorrow. It really depends on what the equities markets do. But the daily here is kind of setting the precedent for us with the rejections here on along the 100-day moving average. We could come back down to test the 50-day, which is around that 22K area, 22K region, if we start losing this demand line. All right, we haven't lost the demand line yet. We're kind of just sitting here, not really doing too much, down 1%, nothing burger right now. No real selling pressure coming into this market just yet. So stay tuned and be aware of what's happening on the chart, guys, all right? We have maybe an hourly wedge formation here. Still holding above 23.8 for now. A couple more minutes here, guys, into the daily close. Anything else you guys want to look at tonight? And we have a new day. See if we get some price action right at the open here. All right, man. So we got some 4 hours that triggered here. We could be triggering short. All right, man. This is kind of suspenseful here. What's gonna happen? Are we gonna break north out of this wedge, or are we gonna just fail and then dip and then break back into the wedge? Or are we not even gonna do that, and are we just going to fail and then just dump? What do you guys think? The 12 people in the audience right now, what do you guys think Bitcoin's going to do? Are we going to break up, or are we going to break down? Fact of the matter is we still haven't made lower lows. All right, than these lows. We've technically made a higher candle body close today, even with that nasty rejection. We still have technically made higher lows here, so we'll see how this transpires. All right. It feels down, but it might go up, right? Yeah, I'm feeling the same way, man. When I see wedges up here, like I mean, this is on an hourly time scale, so it's not a really big time scale, but I mean, you got it on the 4-hour too. Stocks did have a green day today. I mean, that's the thing, man, is what are stocks doing right now? S&P's green right now, or just barely green on the day. The Dow's up. So the US 10-year is not doing anything yet. So Tether, natural gas, sure. I mean, what's there to look at, man? This is, gone. This can't be all the data on natural gas. There we go. So you're right at a 78.6% retrace. You break that, you're going to go to the 886. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. You could be looking at 35, right? Bearish bat. Monthly, it looks like it still has room to run. 67 on the RSI. The weekly just crossing back up bullishly here. Yeah, natural gas looking pretty good, pretty strong right now. Yeah, I mean, could push to the top of the channel, right? Could push to like 12 bucks. Yeah, I mean, this looks like accumulation, right? You mean a run, high or low? It looks like 3 rising valleys there on this asset. You guys want to see some penny stocks I'm trading right now? VRM is one of them. This thing's wrecked, man. FXLV, this one has lots of upside potential. Again, no idea what this stock does. Does it really even matter? Just look how wrecked it is. Nice. Yeah, this broke out today. Look at that, man. This thing is gonna make a massive move. This was another one I was looking at. Oh yeah, I'm still in the CGC stock trade, man. Did they just do like a split or something? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I had like a big area. There it is, a big Garley or big shark pattern set up on this. I think this is gonna really play out over the next couple months. Yeah, you can see. I think yeah, this is in like a big falling structure on the RSI and the monthly, and you can see we have monthly bullish divergence coming in, 3-week and then 2-week maturing. The 2-week just matured. You got a cross up here. This is this looks insane, man. This looks really insane. All right. Hey, I want to thank the 17 people watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream tonight. Yeah, there's plenty of marijuana stocks. Actually, Hexa was a call that I made. This one, okay, if this actually starts to break out, I mean, this can run all the way back up to 50 cents. And it's in a big downtrend, right? But, I mean, look how wrecked this is, man. This is diverging like hell down here. All right, rock bottom price here for this asset. Look at the monthly about to make a cross up. I mean, this is going to be a major move, man. I don't care what kind of trader you are. You see some stuff like this happening on a MACD, you need to know what's going on. Yeah, you break that supply line, dude. It's this thing's going to go nuts. Like, there's really nothing here on the monthly chart in terms of resistance until like 50 cents. And then you break that, there's literally nothing here until like $2. Yeah. You could trade this at the top of the channel. Why not? $2. 10x. Not financial advice. Of course, these assets are speculative. Here's another one, OGI. Again, with the divergence on the monthly, man. I mean, this is for real. Right, with the lower low on price, with the Stokes crossing up. Lots of opportunities here right now in this market. I mean, I would, yeah, as long as you get 3 touch points on support, you're good. We got 1, 2, 3. All right, so downsloping channel. You know, you could trade this to the top of the channel. It's a 64% move. And if you break the channel, well, I mean, you guys all know what this looks like. Eventually, man, maybe eventually this stock does anything. Cureleaf breaking a supply line here. That's pretty significant. Right, a break and a back test. This is going to really rally now. Man, watch all these weed stocks. They're all going to reverse now. Here's another one. This one looks really wrecked. Again, another break of a supply line, right? This looks more like a wedge. We got almost three touch points here. Okay. That's a pretty big setup on a weekly chart, man. Here's another one. Tilray also, like, looking like it might do something like this. ACB is another one. I mean, these are all really shitty names in the weed industry, but they're all looking like they might do some crazy stuff. Out of all of them, I think Cureleaf looks the best. OGI looks pretty good. And I'm in CGC currently, so these look pretty good. Let's go back to Bitcoin though. So Bitcoin just tried to break and just rejected 24K. so far. See if we can get a push up here and closure up here. This could save us. This really could save us. I mean, in all fairness, we are at the bottom of a green band, so we hope that this is the bottom, man. We really do. So if this is a bottom, maybe we do make this movement up, okay? Who's enjoying the stream tonight? Make sure you guys smash up that like button. Let's get some comments in the chat. Tough to kind of give scalp trades right now too. Like, you know, I don't want you guys getting stuck in a long trade right here. I don't want you guys getting, I mean, the short, we kind of missed the short. This so far is a rejection. However, not a complete. Oh. What up? We need a we really need a closure above like 24K, man. That's what we need. Doesn't look good, man. Doesn't look good. That looks like a rejection. Let's see. If we can hold here and make a double bottom or something, and try to rally again, but it looks to me like a rejection right now. See if we can poke through, guys. Here we go. See if we can get a break off this wedge. Let's try and... Here she goes. 24K, man. We got to break 24K. Well, this did make double bottom on the 1 minute. Let's see what validity that holds here. We got to break above $24,032. And a closure back above that 24,058 level. And we'll just call it 24.1. If we can get a closure back above this, then we can head back up to towards the top of the range, right? All right, we've been live for an hour and a half. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream tonight. We're trying to break out of this wedge right now. Like I said before, we need to see a closure above 24.1 or even 24.2. That'd be great. Then we can go back up towards the top of the range, right? Futures are ever so slightly green right now. The US 10-year is up 0.57%. That can change though overnight. Something to pay attention to, right? So pay attention to the 10-year, pay attention to the futures, and also pay attention to the tether chart, right? Tether chart letting us know what's going to happen here. Absolutely, guys. So Tether here is still coming back. I mean, we got a closure below the weekly 21, and now what we're doing is back testing it. Pretty critical spots here for Tether, man. So like, if Tether can get a rejection here and we can start making closures back below, and we got a beautiful setup for more upside, okay, if this happens. And it looks like we are getting this break right now here on Bitcoin on the hourly, on the 15-minute chart, and probably the hourly. Well, the hourly isn't technically out just yet until we break back above 24,100, all right? So yep, Tether at resistance here on the 4-hour. This is a good time to take long positions against Tether, right? So Tether oscillation is looking to point down here on the 4-hour. So we could actually see over the next 4 hours, we could see Bitcoin go up over the next 4 hours depending on how this plays out, all right? So just pay attention to Tether here, upsloping flags. You know, these tend to break down a lot. I mean, Tether is technically in a downtrend right now. I mean, not an overall downtrend though. It's in an overall uptrend, but as long as we don't make closures above the weekly 21 EMA, we could use that as resistance and then come on down, right? So keep that in mind, all right? So that if this does play out and this doesn't break out of this wedge, which we are in a wedge formation here on the daily chart on Tether, unfortunately. But what could happen is we could get a breakdown, not a break up. So we could get a rejection up here, and we could actually dip below, back test this level right here, which I'm talking about, and then it actually breaks out, right? And then that's when we get our final capitulation leg, and then we go to this lower high or something, right? And that's where we get that confirmation of double top, and then we go into a major bull market after that. But first we're going to get this, and then we're going to get this breakout. I think that's what we're going to end up doing. So we could leg up a little bit higher if this happens, but this could take some time to develop. And of course this isn't confirmed. This is just my own speculative mind here talking about what I'm seeing on this chart. And it could do something different. It could actually just end up breaking out, and we could just go down from here too. So just got to be patient to see how this plays out. We are in a wedge, and you guys know the probabilities of the wedges, right? So 67% of the time they break to the upside, right? So 33% of the time they break down. And we are towards a supply line, right? We are getting near a supply line up here. Just watch the daily crossing up here, man. That's the scary part. But we'll see. We're back above 24K right now. And Tether's breaking down right now. Some really interesting price action right now. We want to see this dump hard right now, man. Like just this, if this just dumps hard right here. The hourly's coiled up for a move down. Throw some tickers in the chat, guys. Ethereum Classic. Hey, yeah, absolutely, man. You have a wonderful night. So we had a fake breakout here. And we're right at the bottom of the demand line right now. So yeah, if you start making closures back above, 42, right? You got your supply line right there. You got 1, 2, 3 touches there. Could be wedging a bit. Got 3 touch points. And the 4 hour is starting to point back up. Yeah, I mean, this could be setting up for another move. This is all depending on Bitcoin, man. If Bitcoin just breaks up, then happy days for altcoins. Sure. Let's take a look at Matic. Yeah, it might have broke, right? It might have broke the channel. It was in that channel, respecting it pretty good. I guess you could see it like this for now. Which is, again, rising wedge. But we could get a rising wedge break to the north side. Depends on which way Bitcoin breaks, right? I mean, with Stokes down here on the 4 hour, below 45. As long as Bitcoin doesn't shit the bed, I think could test the top of the range again. And if this is a break up, we could see yeah, probably to test this 130 level, right? What's the next real level on the in terms of Fibonacci's? So that would make sense. All right. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining. Appreciate you guys' thumbs ups and comments. Appreciate all that. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully, Bitcoin decides what it wants to do here pretty shortly, right? So sitting right around that 24,000 level. We're looking for that to close above 24.2 on the hourly or 4 hour. If not, we're going to be proceeding on down to test the demand line again. All right, but so far we haven't broke this low, and we are making an attempt to maybe retest the the top of the range again. So see how this one goes, guys. All right, until next.